Welcome to the Success Partner Podcast. I'm Daya Naef, your host and founder of The Success Partner. On this show, we dive into the stories of attorneys, business professionals, and entrepreneurs who have navigated the ups and downs of building successful careers and businesses. From the strategies they've implemented to the challenges they've overcome, we're here to uncover the insights that can help you on your own journey to success. So sit back, relax, and let's get started. Welcome back, everybody, to the Success Partner Podcast. I am your host, Daya Naef, and today I have in the studio Nicole Sithithavorn with YC Partners, and we've known each other for a little bit, and I'm so excited to get her on here and have her share some success stories with us. And so, Nicole, just introduce yourself and tell us what you do.
Great. Thanks, Daya. So I founded YC Partners, which stands for Your CFO Partners, and that is exactly what we do. We're a firm of fractional CFOs, and we work with our clients to partner with them in their business for the purpose of growing enterprise value, helping them scale better and have more visibility on their financials and how they can improve their financial performance.
That's awesome. Do you find yourself at different one stage of growth more often than others?
It's a pretty wide range. We have earlier stage people. I would say not startups generally, although we have worked with startups and we do work with startups. But usually it's more mature businesses that have sort of hit a plateau and realize that they need some evolution. They're not quite prepared to implement on their own.
Makes sense. So when you say like what your sweet spot is, what would that be?
I usually like to think about it in revenue size. I would
Okay.
say most of our clients are between the 10 and $50 million range of annual revenue. We do have smaller clients than that, but those people are usually really into growth. They're really, really ready to commit to growth and they want to do it really well. So they're sort of a different animal. But yeah, normally it is a little bit larger sized small businesses that have a little bit of team there where we can work with them more to evolve their operations and finance.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Any type of industry you like to work with?
We have quite a lot of verticals. I mean, we're really active in construction. We have manufacturing. We have professional services. We've worked with outliers. We have had clients that are schools. All kinds of, we have healthcare. So it's pretty wide range. We have a few people on our team and they all have different experience that is applicable in different industries. And we also sometimes do project work. So we might work with someone just to do modeling around a new business they want to start or some expansion that they want to do. And that is even a wider range of industries than what I mentioned.
Yeah. So what got you into this?
Well, I was a full-time CFO.
Mhm.
I owned a company with a couple of partners, and I was a CFO there. And we used a lot of the strategies that we use now with clients to help the company evolve, to get past plateaus, like I was talking about, to reach a better financial performance, reach scalability that they haven't been able to reach. So I'm just doing that with my team now, and with the clients to help them grow. I mean, it's really what I enjoy doing. So, from my perspective, now I get to do all the parts of the CFO job that I really, really want to do, and I don't have to do a lot of the bureaucratic kind of stuff that I had to do before.
That's a way to put it politely. Yeah. Yes.
Uh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Where do you see yourself going in the future?
Well, I mean, I just see us really growing the team, continuing to find more clients and stay with them long term. I mean, we want to be the partner in the room every day for our clients. So we really do provide the full expectation of a CFO to our clients, even though it's a fractional basis. So it's not some, watered down CFO experience. It's the experience of having a CFO on the team. We work with the whole team. And inherently, we can only do that with so many people per person. So we have to grow our team, we have to grow the client list, and just make a difference, I think, every day with our clients. I mean, they really feel the difference from working with us, and it's powerful.
I love that. Can you share a success story?
Yeah, I'll share a little bit of information about one of the clients that we've been working with for the last 9 months or so. This is a smaller client, really ambitious. So they were below, 5 million of revenue, and it was a situation where the owner is the only person doing sales, the only person doing quite a lot of the front end stuff of the business, had some operational people, but was really sort of stuck, right? Was having a hard time accessing intentional growth. So we came on board and we've been working with them. So I'll just go through some of the things we've done. Number one, there were some compliance issues, licensing issues. They needed to be resolved. So we worked with them on that. That's been resolved. We have new legal agreements. We brought in partners to deal with that. We've brought in partners for marketing with them. We've brought in partners to help with sales. So now this company really is projected to grow 2026 revenue to several times what it was in 2024 because we've been able to put these things in place. One of the reasons for that is because they now have a sales team. That's helpful, of course. But
Good.
other reasons are because we refined the product offering, we refined the pricing strategy. We've been able to intentionally increase margins and still below market rate pricing on similar kinds of services in their market.
Mhm.
So, that's the kind of stuff we work with all the time. We've also helped them financially to improve their financial reporting. So they are now having a lot more visibility into the segmental performance of their business. They are on accrual instead of cash, which inherently gives more value to the business and a lot more visibility on how our strategic changes are actually impacting revenue today instead of being constantly talking about timing and having all this ambiguity around that. Um, so I mean that's just a kind of a success story it's ongoing. This is a constant evolution. So sometimes people say, well, how long do we have to work with you to achieve our goals? It's like, well, when do you stop having more goals? I don't know. You know, I feel like the goals are ever evolving, right? So we're gonna take care of the goals to get to this level, and then we're gonna create new goals and get to the next level. So from our perspective, our clients need to be people who want to grow. They want to grow, they want to expand, it's exciting. And I know, this particular client really feels like just amazed by how much their business has been able to evolve in that period of time. So it's been really good. Also, IT. We also evolved the IT over there. We had to have a partner that came in to help with the managed services, but also switched out their CRM system and implemented sort of another system to help the sales team work better. Because when you have not owner only sales, you have to have a more standardized process, right? So that's just one example of where we work with them, and that's how we work with our clients. We have other clients that we are doing similar kinds of work with.
Yeah, I am seeing that shift across the professional services, legal and CFO, and how we're actually showing them or able to show them that this is going to be not be a cost center, but it's going to be a revenue generator by working with us. Now, again, we don't know when, and it's going to depend on how much everybody rolls up their sleeves
Yeah.
and gets busy with the change process. But I'm seeing that shift in the role, which is very rewarding and enlightening.
I
Yeah.
mean, frankly, the growth trajectory has to be somewhat restrained sometimes by the cash situation and the liquidity. So that's one of the things we work on with clients. So, before we started doing all these things, we did financial forecasting with them so we could say, okay, this is the cash drain from implementing all these things. And are we comfortable with it? Because if we're not, then maybe we need to rethink how we're going to do things in order to lessen that, or maybe we need to make the trajectory less steep. So, it's a dialogue. I mean, I think we went through several stages of forecasting with them in order to, make the path forward decisions.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and deal.
It's all a very intentional thing.
Yeah, absolutely. Dealing with the numbers as well as dealing with the people. Like, are the people ready, and how do we get them ready and get everybody on board and buying in? And sailing the ship in the same direction.
Yeah, and I mean, all these things that I said that we worked on with them, these are all really sort of industry agnostic
Hmm.
topics. No matter what industry you're in, you have to market, you have to sell, you have to deliver, and you have to do it in an affordable way. And I mean, typically you do have to develop new clients. You have to do all of those things, because if you're not doing those things, then inevitably what's going to happen is your revenue is going to go down.
Hmm.
Your margin is going to go down. And that is not that's not anyone's goal, right? I mean, sometimes people are saying, "Oh, I'm okay where I am. I don't really need to do anything
Uh,
different," but the result of not doing it different is not going to be, staying the same.
no, if you're not growing, you're shrinking and by quite a lot sometimes.
Yeah.
Wonderful. Well, good.
Yeah.
Well, what do you do for fun?
Well, I have two small children, so so I
So whatever
mostly
they want to do.
yeah, I mostly hang out with them, and do mom kinds of things on the weekends. I like to read. I've been trying to, find some intentional like artistic outlets, because I feel like it can be important. And I need to have some like mental space to be able to separate myself from all the thought process around the client work, because it can be, it's a lot of thinking that I have to do day to day. So it's nice to have some turn off the brain time, I guess,
Hmm.
blowing bubbles with the kids in the backyard and
Oh, I
things
love
like
it.
that. Yeah.
Cannot beat that.
Yeah.
Awesome. So how do my listeners find you when they have questions about your services?
Well, they can find us online. The website is very simple. It's yc.partners. You go to yc.partners.
Okay.
All the information is there. There's obviously contact forms and phone numbers and booking links and everything like that. So they can reach us there. And then my email is also nicole@yc.partners. So they can feel free to email me, and we're always available to help. So I really think a lot of times people who meet with us, whether or not we engage with them, still, get a little bit of value out of having a couple conversations, and we are always happy to give that.
That's great. Well, thank
Yeah.
you. Thank you for sharing that. Listeners who didn't jot that down, it will be, of course, in the show notes. And, this has been a great episode. I really appreciate you coming on, Nicole.
Sure.
And again, I'm Daya Naef with the Success Partner podcast. I'm your host. And today we had Nicole Sithithavorn as our guest. Please stay tuned, like and subscribe, and we'll see you again soon.
Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you for joining us on the Success Partner Podcast. I hope you enjoyed today's conversation and found some valuable takeaways to apply to your own business journey. Remember, this show is brought to you by The Success Partner, where we help small law firms and business owners achieve unparalleled success through strategic guidance, operational excellence, and effective marketing. If you're ready to take your business to the next level, visit thesuccesspartner.net to learn more. Until next time, keep striving for success, and I will see you in the next episode.